Today's episode is not like anything I've ever done before. Yes, in this episode, we are celebrating 500 episodes of the Confidence Chronicles podcast, and it is a live recording of our podcast party. Yes, but it is so much more than that. We had the beautiful opportunity to welcome women who listen to the podcast from all over the world, and not only welcome them and discuss how they found the podcast, how the podcast has helped change their lives, but we took questions. So I want you to stay till the end of this episode because I have a feeling that some of the beautiful women who joined us and the questions they asked are going to give you answers to what you need in your life right now. I hope you enjoy this episode. Let's get it. Welcome, everyone. I am so happy that you are here. I would love to know before we even kick off. I'm going to cry. I don't know why I wore mascara, just FYI. But I would love to know if you can let me know in the chat where you are joining us from. Pretty please let us know in the chat. We got Sydney in the house. Amazing, amazing, amazing. As we are doing this together, I need to invite someone who is my DJ slash host with the most. Can we give it up for Andrea?
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited and congratulations on your 500th episode. This is a big deal.
And I know you because of the podcast. This is where you came from. This is how we started.
This is how we met.
How many? 8 years now. So I'm so grateful because this is a lot to do. And to be honest, my amazing husband, Hamish, who you guys know, is at a soccer game where Nina is as well at a soccer game because our kid is playing this massive tournament. And so I am home having a party by myself. So Andrea, thank you for helping us. We appreciate you. We love you, my love.
I'm glad I could.
So that's number one. When did you start listening? And number two, how did you find the podcast? I would really, really love to know. Welcome from Miami, Wendy. I'm so happy to see you here, girl. Wepa. When did you find the podcast? I would just love to know when you found the podcast and how you found it. It always interests me because obviously as podcasters, we're trying to get our content out there. There are so many podcasts, especially right now. And it's wild because you never know where people come from or how they hear about it. Following on Insta, amazing. Dreamfest. Oh, Carly, you are new to the crew. I like it. If you do, then I got you, girl. I got you. Found on Insta. Amazing. 100 episodes next week. Yay. Okay, so we have to do a little cheers for you, Rita. That is for you because 100 episodes is huge. Wendy through Yoki. Amazing. All right, so as we do this today, it's really super important for me that we celebrate you because I sit here every week, y'all know, doing this podcast by myself, talking into the ether. It started in my car. We're going to do a little trip down memory road together because it's kind of crazy. My husband just texted me that the kids won. Yay, my kids won his soccer game. That's exciting. I will be changing, okay, right after this. You see me on that soccer field, soccer mom duties. But I'm really, really grateful because, we are here because of you guys, literally because you listen to the show. So before we kick off anything, I really want to say thank you. Thank you for making the show what it is. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in. We tried to create content. I wanted to build something to help women. That's why I did this podcast. I launched it in my car and you'll see in a moment. I launched it while I was driving my baby around Melbourne. I was dead broke. I was overweight. I had this dream in my heart to start something and no proof that I could do it. No idea what the hell I was doing. And I genuinely did not think anybody was listening to my show to be where we are right now. Not only 500 episodes, but listeners in 200 countries. That's wild. I have to be honest. I didn't even know there was 200 countries. I had to be like, how many countries are there? Is this bullshit? When my podcast lady told me, she said 218, but I don't actually know about that. So I was like, I need to double check. I'm just going to say 200. So I really do want to say thank you for tuning in and for listening. There are so many podcasts that you could listen to. So many people asking you to click, like, subscribe, follow, all this shit. And it can be overwhelming. It really can be. And so I just want to say a huge thank you for you for listening to the show and for sharing it. A lot of you share it with your friends on WhatsApp. There's women in community sharing the show. There's women that have said to me, I was in my car, got broken up with, and I was searching for a podcast around confidence and yours came up and I sat in my car crying. And I don't take that lightly. I think it's I'm very honored that I get to be in your ears in a moment like that, or I get to be that big sister in your car in the Bluetooth, telling you, Shannon, to stop doubting yourself, Jess, to go after your shit, Sarah, to make it happen, right? Like I really value that so much. And so today I wanted it to be about you guys. I want to answer questions. I want us to coach. It's going to be like you're in my program and we're doing a Q&A, right? Q&A Tuesday together from back in the day. And I'd love for you to help me create the rest of the episodes. I only know what I know. I have no idea what you would love to see, but I trust that you know what you would love to see. And I want to know what I can do to support you to continue on, and we can celebrate 1,000 episodes. Maybe we do a world tour. Are you ready for that, Nina and Hamish and Andrea? We're going to do a world tour. Okay. Genuinely, when I tell you that, I can't even believe I looked like that back in the day, but I was so fucked. My electricity was on a payment plan. We had no money. I was basically fired from a job that I was working at because I wasn't going to go back to the corporate role that I was in. I was a contractor. It was horrific. Like I had a newborn baby. I was still breastfeeding. I had a toddler. It makes me teary, Jaleesa. Like it was a disaster. It was a disaster. And I did not think that we would get to where we are. I didn't even know how we were going to do anything. And I want to say something. If you have a business, just give me a yes in the chat if you have a business. I think sometimes we can really question if what we want is going to happen. You know, is what I want going to happen? Am I going to be able to do the big Oprah thing? Am I going to be able to be like those people I see on Instagram? Am I going to be able to do that? Like, who am I to even do that? I want to tell you, and I shared the podcast and I share authentically. Y'all know, you see me, I share everything. I'm not perfect. I'm wearing fucking sweatpants. Do you want to see? Look. Bonds, sweatpants, bitch. Okay? Sweatpants because it's fucking cold and I have furry socks that don't match right now. So keeping it real. And I always want to keep it real because I had no plan. I had no map. I had no one that was like, this is what you got to do. Everyone that I followed, they had already made it. They had already done the cool thing. You know, Oprah was like, I used to. And all these people were like, I used to be in my kitchen filming videos. I used to whatever. And I was like, fuck that. I want to share with people while I'm doing it, while I'm dead broke, overweight, exhausted, while I have nothing, while I don't even know who the fuck is listening to my show, while I have my Apple headphones and my phone's shaking and it's horrible. That was a vertical video on YouTube and it was not cool to do vertical back then in 2018. Like vertical's like cool now. They didn't have that. So imagine my weird ass video. And I share that with you because yes, Jules, you are not a stupid Spanish girl. Thank you. I love you. That's like, you listen to the podcast if you know about that, okay? I wanted to share that because I want you to know that what you desire and what you want is not far. You can create it. There is a map. You can follow it, and you can follow it in your own way, in your own season. Like everything you want is around the corner, and anything can happen. Anything can happen. So if right now shit feels like it sucks and it's not working, just believe anything can happen. Tomorrow, everything can change. But if you won't show up for yourself and you won't let yourself be seen as you are, perfect as you are, there's nothing wrong with you, you don't need to fix anything about you at all, then how can we do the thing that we came here to do? So I wanted to share that with you because it would have been air quotes embarrassing and cringy, but I don't give a fuck. Like I was out there to make it happen and showcase it. And so I think it's important. I want to share this because this has been a huge thing for me, like being able to interview some of the most amazing people, especially Gary, like Gary V, like fuck, the reason why I know he's not here, but fuck, I can't tell you what I need to give up to that man. I would not have done any of this shit if it wasn't for him yelling at me on YouTube. So if you feel like I yell at you and I trigger you and I piss you off, fucking thank me later when you have a podcast or when you have $1 million. Because literally this guy fucked me up by every day being like, go after it. Stop messing around. Stop sitting on your ass. And I just was like, I'm sick of hearing him yell at me. I'm just going to do it. Has anybody here felt like I've yelled at you a little bit and pissed you off ever and you wanted to throw the phone or the laptop? Some of you that coach with me in my programs, like, Erica's a bitch. Like, I'm telling you because holy shit, when you guys look at Byron Katie. If you know that I love her, when she was on the podcast, I lost my mind. And Hamish put it on Instagram Live and I was just like, I had 17 papers to prepare for this episode. No, what the fuck I was doing? Like, I'm talking papers this big. Like, tell me you're a Gemini that's ADHD. I'm like, all the questions have to be in front of my face because I'm going to mess this up. And she just walked on screen and I started crying. That was my episode with Byron Katie. My episode with her was me crying as I could hear her little feet walking up to the Zoom. And I was like, are you God? I just felt like I was sitting next to a saint. It was wild. And just since then, and I want to say something for those of you that have a podcast. If you have a podcast, what's really cool is when you have someone like a Gary Vee on your show, you could get anyone on your show. You could get anyone on your show. You can leverage that. It's an amazing ability to be able to do that because then you say, this person said yes, someone else will say yes, and people support you and open doors for you. So these are the guest episodes. But what's crazy, and I want to share something that's insane, is guess which episodes do the best. Anybody want to guess? which episodes do the best? Do we feel like Gary V's episode did the best? Oh, the solos. Like Erica, who is Erica Kramer compared to Byron Katie or Gary Vee, right? But it doesn't matter about comparing, because when you build an audience and you build a community and you talk to people, and for me, talking to women in their ears, they just want to hear from you. And my episodes, y'all know, 10, 15 minutes. Lately, they've been like 30 minutes. I've been talking a little bit too much. I need to drive. But that really, to me, has been, that's wild to think that my Gary Vee episode didn't do as well as my How to Deal with Toxic Family Members, which is one of our top episodes, right? Like that does better. And so I can't even tell you, like I never ever thought that. But hi, Beck, welcome. I just want to give a shout out to the top countries who listen here. And I don't know if Germany is in the house, but I can't even believe it. People in Germany listen to the podcast. Obviously, our podcast #1 is in the USA. So if any of these are your countries, please drop your flag in the comments. I would love to see you. Drop your flag down below. Yeah, I can't believe US. Obviously, I'm an American, but I live in Australia at the moment. At the time of recording this, I live here. The UK, which I haven't been to at all. Canada, Ireland, New Zealand, like India, Germany. There's a lot of amazing Indian women who follow our work, and I'm so deeply grateful to them. But yeah, I would love to see your flag. Yes, Gabriel! New York City. Okay, Carly, I see your little kangaroo. Love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And yeah, I'm honored. Deeply, deeply, deeply honored. I really want to get to our Q&A, but I want to share this with you. This is where everybody's tuning in from. So a lot of us, and this isn't everyone, but a lot of you are on Spotify. So just let me know if you can in the chat, where are you tuning in from? And I'm going to go to, let me see. Who can we go to? We've got gorgeous Andrea here. Spotify. Okay, see how many of you are on Spotify. Wild. Spotify is the best. You guys are you commenting on Spotify? Are people commenting there? Because I feel like Spotify, me and Nina, just be seeing all the messages and we be having full-on conversations with people on Spotify. Yes. Thank you, Jules. Jules, I always see your comments. I love it. Thank you so much. So Spotify, and if you didn't know, we put the podcast on YouTube. So now you can watch every episode. This episode here that we're doing live right now is going to be on YouTube. So if you want to go back and watch what we've said or shared, maybe you wanted to visually see it. I know on Spotify, they do the video as well, which is cool. I watch your IGs. Oh, thank you, Michelle. You're the best. So this is where the podcast listened to, and then screenshot this because I was like, what? First of all, I just want to share how crappy it is that the best episode that's downloaded the most is the one that I recorded in my car, my first ever episode. And the audio of that one is so bad. And I'm like, oh, why is that the one that people listen to the most? But these are our top 10 episodes. I'm glad Bad Bunny made it at the end. Oepa, Bad Bunny. That was a very new episode that I just did. So it's hilarious. But why you're feeling stuck and how to break free. I think it says a lot about where we are as people right now. And I'm so grateful that when you feel stuck, you want to listen to me yelling at you and backing you and telling you to go after it. Dealing with toxic family members, you guys, that one surprises me every time. It is always in the top 5. And I think it's important because obviously I talk a lot about my mom and the stuff with my mom and how, I love her, but she is toxic and I have to really be mindful of working with my mom. And I've done about 17 episodes. I think I've done more episodes about my mom than I have about confidence on the Confidence Chronicles podcast. Okay. And so I don't know if you could see episode 5. I actually tried to make a new Creating Confidence podcast episode to beat the first one because the audio was bad. And it's up there, but the other one wins. How to Stop Giving a Fuck What People Think About You, part 1. Holy shit. I do want to say that the first year of the podcast was my hardest hitting year. And it was because I didn't know anyone was listening. I just wanted to share the biggest shit that I saw women struggling with. If anybody ever messages me and says, where do I go? Where do I start? I'm like, just start at the beginning. Start at the beginning. Start with the bad audio. If you can handle me then, you'll love me now. Like if you can handle that then, that shit ass audio with the E-tag beeping. And that was one of the things. I think that if anybody here, those of you that said that you're in business, if you want to know how to cut through right now where it feels like Claude and AI and, the algorithm and blah, 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 and it feels like it wants your soul, like post 50,000 times a day and all these things, the best way to cut through is to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing, is to not be perfect, is to be real, is to be authentic, is to be honest, is to tell the truth. Holy shit, who would have thought that is the best way to cut through in a time where everything is so put together. And I know I have lighting and this is my garage and it's like a home studio and amazing. But to be honest, if I lost everything tomorrow, I would go back to driving around my car with Apple headphones with my hoops. I don't have my hoops on today because we got sparkles. Yeah, it was the real deal. Hey, Nikki, I'm so happy to see you here. I haven't put Nina on screen because I think she's at a soccer game and I don't want to, I know you're in the car, Nina, but Nina from our team is amazing and has been with us, rocking out, supporting us on all things social media. And Nikki, I love you. Nikki was the reason why we were able to get Gary Vee on the podcast. So thank you, Nikki. We're going to do a little Q&A. And when I say little Q&A, I mean a big Q&A. I want to answer your questions. This is what the whole point of this party was about. I really would love to hear from you, to see you. Those of you that are here and want to get on screen and want to share, you are live on the show. You are on my podcast. So we're not streaming it live right now, but it will be live on the podcast. And so I would love to know if anyone did have a question you've always wanted to ask or an episode that hit you or left you maybe with more questions than answers. And you're like, damn, I want to know. Oh, hi, Vicky Cavallas. She says, I don't know any other people in personal development apart from Tony Robbins. So you just being authentic was perfect. And the fact you said fuck so much. Michelle is in the house. Let's get Michelle up here. Where are you, Michelle? Hi. Hi. Welcome to the show.
Hi, beautiful. I have been following you for a long time. I don't even know how long. Your email list and Instagram. I actually messaged you because I made a Bad Bunny on Canada's Parliament Hill video because I wanted you to be a little cameo for Australia on the video I'm making for him. So yeah, thanks for having me. I loved your stuff because I'm a coach and a dancer, and people think I'm fearless as a dancer, but I'm not. I really struggle with confidence. And this is like the quote that I just grabbed that helped me get through my master's with ADHD. So she believed she could, so she did. However, my question is, what if you don't believe in yourself? You're ADHD, you have low self-esteem, you're in the luteal phase. So you're just like, it's not as easy as just believe in yourself. Do you know what I mean? So like for that very real tough menstruation times and ADHD times, like how do you feel confident? And as a life coach, I have so many tools, dance, EFT tab, listen to affirmations, or a podcast. But sometimes you're just like feeling really low, and it might be chemical or menstruation related. So I'm honored to be asking you. I didn't think tonight is the day I got to meet you.
Oh my God. First of all, Michelle, I'm so grateful for you being here. I'm so grateful for the question. And just when we bring you on screen, there's a little delay. So I'm sorry if I sound like I'm cutting you off. I promise I'm not. Okay. So anybody else have a question like this or feel like this? Let me know in the chat, because I think it would be really useful to see who else kind of feels this. One of the first things that came up as you were talking was like stopping and presence and being with what you are, what you have. So we're in the little phase. We're on this phase. I'm ADHD. I'm this. I hear labels and words and meaning, and everything can mean everything or everything can mean nothing. And one of my first coaches that I had helped me to remove all meaning. And that's very scary, that nothing means anything, because we can get very Alex Hormozy, bleak, life is suffering, when you remove all meaning. But what does life mean? Everything's just sad and terrible and you become cynical. But it was helpful for me, Michelle, because I was making everything mean everything bad about me. So I'm a foster kid. I came from a broken home. My mom is this. I have this. Bad, bad, bad. I'm damaged. Something's wrong with me. I must be broken. And so that was not obviously helping me in regards to meaning. So when I got the opportunity to choose, and all of us can choose, that nothing means anything. I'm hungry. Do I have to be an asshole to my family? No, just eat. I got my period. I just need chocolate and a hot water bottle. Leave me the fuck alone and then I'll be fine. I'm tired. Go to sleep, bitch. And then wake up and be happy. I was like, wait a minute. I don't actually have to act away because I am this equals that. And it really helped me. So number one, I would just say, look at the meaning that you're putting on everything in your life. This is for everyone. And ask yourself, does this support me and serve me? Or does this hold me back? Does this put me into a box where I can't get out? Or is this actually empowering me? Like my gorgeous friend, Nikki, when she found out she was ADHD, that shit helped her so much, so much. Me? I don't give a fuck. I know I am. And I think it's my superpower. And I don't want anything else to make me feel like I can't do it because I'm XYZ. I have enough of that shit. So I think meaning is important and labels. Secondary, if you're in a phase where you need stop and time and rest and calm, do that. Like, don't do anything. Don't do anything else but go, what do I need right now? I need to sleep. I need chocolate. I need a hot bath. I need sex. I need alone time. I need whatever. I need this. Great. Do that. And then don't think of anything else. Turn your fucking phone off. Tell everybody to leave you alone. Don't do Instagram. Don't think of an idea or an offer or I should be. Fuck you. The be quiet person in there. I'm doing what I need right now, which I'm fucked. I'm hurting. I'm sore. I'm grumpy. I'm tired. I'm lacking confidence. That's not a moment to start creating an offer and fix your landing page, right?
That's helpful. And I love alliteration. So I just like found an app to track my cycle and I put luscious, luteal phase, orgasmic ovulation. And so I'm going to create all the shit during ovulation, none of the shit during luteal phase. Because if I know constantly that's not a good time for my confidence, I want to take care of myself. So it sounds like I'm on the right track. And yes, meaning, I make meaning of pain because if not, I feel like it's suffering. So I could reflect on how much meaning I make as an intellectual person and just say like the needs. I guess I kind of equate like confidence like with need, because as a life coach, I am a sexual empowerment life coach and heels dancer. So when women feel sexy, they feel confident. When they feel confident, they take the action steps to go for their dreams.
Hell yeah.
And I'm a former lawyer turned into a dancer, call myself the dancing healer, and I'm living my childhood dreams. So I guess I'm assuming that you need confidence to take the action, but you can take action without confidence too.
100%. I think action gives you confidence.
Time.
Totally. Yeah, 100%. And I love that, Michelle, because I think it's important that we just had a session inside the Queen's Table. My therapy lady came in and was sharing with us about how when you're not present with yourself, when you're not aware of how you're feeling, when you're not in your good vibes, when you're out of sorts or sore or sick, like when you have a cold, you're not feeling like next level you when you have a cold. Like you feel like shit. You feel sorry for yourself. And that's a true way of feeling. And so in that space, you have to allow what's there. And I think we are pushing things down and we should, and we're trying to be productive and do all the things we think we need to do. And it's like, there's a time and space for that. But when you're feeling low and lacking confidence, that's the time to go into yourself and go, hello, how are you? What's going on for you? What's happening? What's wrong? Like mother yourself, nurture yourself. And if you haven't had a good mother, then that's going to be hard. But being able to be kind to yourself like you would to a girlfriend or a client of yours, what would you say to your client? It's like, we need to not intellectually know about that. We need to physically do it. And it's fucking hard, you know? Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really close with my inner child. So it's those moments where she doesn't need me to be like, work harder. It's like, I think of when I ignore my inner child and work, it's like a toddler, like pulling on your pant and she just wants a hug, right? And then you're like, no, honey, I'm working laptop type. So I'll become even more closer with her. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Michelle. Oh my God, you beautiful, beautiful soul. I love this. Sarah is in the house. What is good? Let me just add gorgeous Sarah here. I'm still learning how to be a eCam DJ. So thank you. Hi.
Good morning.
You look gorgeous in your pink.
500 episodes. Yes, I wore the pink for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh,
amazing. So my question for you, the episodes that are really landing and hitting home for me right now are the ones where it's like that loving slap about sort of calling yourself out in terms of with where you're at and everything. And what I would love to know is what you would say to someone who knows that they're playing small in their visibility, but because they are taking steps and doing things a little bit differently, are sort of telling themselves we're not, because we're doing things differently week to week or stepping slowly up. But in reality, they're still playing small in that visibility piece.
Yeah. So I think, is this a question for you? Or is it, what would you say to someone? Her name is Sarah. No.
Asking on behalf of all women.
I'm just asking on behalf of my old self, my 5 minutes ago self. Shout out to you, Sarah. Sarah's in my beautiful Next Level community, and she is a firecracker. When you meet someone that like joins your community, does the work, takes action, that is you. So Sarah, thank you for being who you are. You're a beautiful example of the work. I feel like we have to identify what is being visible mean to me, as in identify that for you. I think if we look to the internet, and it's such a wild time, these are the conversations I'm having in our containers about how much Instagram, TikTok, social media desires from us. And you could look at someone like Layla Hermosi or Cody Sanchez and say, they're so visible. They're posting 14 times a day. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm playing small. That wouldn't be a correct measure in my eyes. of who you are and what you want to do. So firstly, all of us, let's identify, what does visibility mean for me? What does it mean to you, Sarah, being more visible? What would it look like if you were being more visible and not scared of that?
Yeah, for me, it's less about the volume of showing up and more about like who I am, the authenticity piece and that watering down.
So at the moment right now, if you were checking yourself, if you were looking at yourself with kind, nice eyes, are you watering yourself down? If so, where and how?
Yes. And on a specific social platform, LinkedIn. You know this. And it's the reason why I do it is that fear of fully being seen and not being accepted, even though something that I absolutely, this is probably part of it, saying that I fully accept that I'm not going to be for everyone, just as everyone's not going to be for me. I've still got that worry. And, you know, you're just talking about labels. I've still got that worry, like LinkedIn, like when you use that word professional, it just gives me the ick.
Yeah.
Because for me, professional is boring, it's polite, it's palatable, it's everything that I'm just not.
But when are you doing that post on LinkedIn? Hi, I hate this. Like, that would be the most exciting fucking thing LinkedIn has seen. And I think we have a label around what LinkedIn means because we've seen the extremity of Instagram and TikTok and, you know, these other platforms. My best performing shit on LinkedIn is when I'm in sequence and I'm speaking like I speak. My best performing. It is, people watch because it's exciting and there's color and there's live. And it's like walking into corporate, as if you would walk into corporate with a beige suit, unless that's your vibe, right? Like you're not going to walk into corporate like someone else. So why are you socially walking into the corporate space of LinkedIn like someone else? If anything, what a perfect place to go, hey, can we not be so stuffy and professional here? Can we just have a little bit of fun? Can we unbutton our pants a tiny bit, LinkedIn? Wow, that is magnetic. That is different. That is you. That is real. That is raw. It's actually easier to do that than it is to try to be professional on LinkedIn. How do I post this? That's fucking hard.
Yeah. And I feel like I listened to your podcast episode last week about like being at war with yourself. And I feel like that's me most days of the week right now. I feel like there's some days where I'm posting and I'm like, it feels great because I'm like, that's a me post. And then it's like the next day I go back to that war inside of being like, oh gosh, like just questioning. And so, yeah, I think it's,
what are you afraid of?
Pardon?
What are you most afraid of?
It's so ridiculous, but it just came to my head, scaring people away. And being like, but it's hard because I think, well, no, I don't even think, I know my magnetism is in that. My magnetism is in being different. My magnetism is not being the boring standard leadership coach that most people would think of in their head when they think of a leadership coach. Like I know like that's where my magic's going to be, is people being in that difference. But I just keep holding it like at arm's length. I think it's like a safety and a protection thing of just being like, people are going to, think I'm unprofessional.
And so I feel like one of the things, and I don't know if this is true for you, but sometimes when we judge people, and we've seen people in the past be too loud, too much, too confident, too unprofessional, too this, we ourselves have judged them. I used to judge speakers back in the day, way back in the day, before I ever got on a stage. And I would judge the speaker like, oh, she's not that good. She's not that funny. What is she wearing? What is she doing? And by judging people the day I had to get on stage, I really felt it, probably more than most people, because I had spent so much time judging these people that now it was my turn and I felt like everyone was going to judge me. And that's not necessarily true. So number one, if anyone here feels really scared of judgment, just as a gentle slap, check your judgment. Are you being judgmental? Because usually the people that are the most judgmental are the most scared of judgment. If you don't really judge people, you don't even think other humans do that shit. I'm not saying you judge, right? But we all do. So this is not a thing. We all judge. So that's firstly, Jules, I did that about an episode, right? Secondly, I would think about the fact that if you want raving fans, if you want people to be ride or die, if you want people to love you so much, buy from you, work with you, get amazing results, be like the cheer squad of your business and your program and your name. Like, I love Sarah. If you want that, like, rah, you're going to have the, I fucking hate her, she's the worst. Polarities of, I fucking love you to, I can't stand you. Let that, like, feel that in your body, everyone. Like, if I want someone to love me with everything they have, someone else is going to absolutely hate the shit out of me hard. How does that feel for you? And if it feels really uncomfortable, tap into it. Like, okay, what is this about? Like, whoa, what is this visceral feeling? Like, imagine someone seeing me, they'd be like, what the hell is this lady wearing? She looks so stupid. She looks dumb. She's uneducated. She's ghetto. I had my big old bamboo hoops before. I was like, that's a bit too much. But like, people will have feels about me, and that's okay. Those aren't the right ones. But if I won't let someone love the shit out of me and be obsessed with me, then I will never reach that level that I'm trying to get to. Then I'll always be neutral and pleasing everyone and being like the hostess of the room, trying to make sure everyone's pleased and happy at the party. Nobody's pleased and happy at the party. Some people are having the time of their life. Other people are like, this party sucks. And that's how it needs to be. And so I would really just tap into myself and go, what problem do I have with people disliking me? How important are those people to me? Will I be thinking about those people in 5 years when I have a full list of amazing clients? Will I be thinking about those people before I go to bed at night? Or will I be thinking about my amazing clients I love? Like, are they going to really matter to me? And if so, why am I allowing them to stop me from shining in my full light and supporting the people I actually came here to help?
Yeah. All of that has hit home. And I feel like I've needed that like rant at me to be like, because I don't, like, I think about exactly that. I know I'm not going to care about these people down the track. And right now I'm letting them hold me back.
And can I tell you, by doing that, all of us, by doing that, that's costing you your visibility. Yes. But it's also hurting the people you said supposedly that you care about. If you really give a fuck about those people, go out there and shine and be loud and proud and call them forward. Like, disgust everyone. I want you to write down, I will disgust who is not for me. I can't wait. I can't wait to disgust the people and repel those who are not for me. Yay. Good morning. Happy Monday. Time to disgust professional motherfuckers on LinkedIn who are not for me. Happy Monday. Like, that's your job, right? And you could do it in your own way. Obviously, I'm a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. Good job, Sarah. Check in with you next Sunday and see on our call. Like, that's your job. You know, it's like, if we think about it of service, if anyone here is here, and if you are attracted to me, whether you have a business or not, I believe you're here to do something good for the world. Whether that means just existing in the world as a good human, or it's a business, or whatever you're doing, a parent. I want you to think about the people who don't get, like, if I was worried about, I have sweatpants on. Oh my God, I'm home alone. Hamish isn't here. Oh my God, what if nobody comes? Oh my God, what if I worried about myself this morning as opposed to being here and showing the fuck up for this Q&A, which is what I want the whole episode to be, we wouldn't be here. And then someone doesn't get what they need. And it's about me. Like, get out of your own self and go fucking piss people off. Go piss people off, especially if you're a nice person. Go be like, I'm here to fuck your life up, everyone. Yeah. Like, enjoy it. It's hilarious. They're not going to think about you. You're not going to think about them. And you're going to find your people so, like, the strongest magnet you can imagine by you being your beautiful self. And who's not going to like Sarah? Screw those fools.
Well, I think, Erica, you've just given me my new line that I need to beat myself before I create content every morning. And it's going to be, I will disgust those professional motherfuckers who are not for me with this.
God, Sarah became Puerto Rican. I love you. That's my life. I love you. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you so much. I want to know what that gave for you. Like, if anyone here feels like that or that resonates with you, I love to discuss and repel. Yes, Blythe, I know you've been into corporate spaces as well. Cass says, do you ever feel like you are balancing two sides of yourself? I want to know, what does that mean, Cass? Where are you? And Jen's here. We're going to have Jen come up. But Cass, if you can raise your hand, I would love to get you. I would love to get you on because I want to talk about that. I think that's really great.
My question relates to what Sarah was talking about. I have this deep fear of being seen and anxiety about taking up space and being inconvenient to other people. And I was wondering, do you have some kind of like daily practices or like techniques I could use to help me stop thinking this way?
Yeah. Well, I just want to acknowledge that that's a big thing to say as well, like that you feel like you're inconveniencing people. I want to ask you to maybe reflect on this, and maybe you can write this down. But I would say, when was the first time you felt like you were inconveniencing people or you were an inconvenience?
Yeah, I don't know where it started from. I will think about that.
Yeah.
I think I was raised to like be in the background and not put other people first. So maybe it comes from that.
Yeah. And would you say like from like little years or adolescent?
Yeah, from little years. I don't know if this has something to do with it, but my parents were pastors and I grew up in the church, like full time, and my job was always to be there to help and to serve and not to be the one.
Yeah. Yeah. And I have a few clients who their family's a big church family here in Australia, and all the girls that work with me or that have worked with me in that family have felt this similar way. And this pressure, right, as well, to perform and to be perfect and to let other people go first and to be of service to other people. And it is, we decide these things whether we know about it consciously or not. From my, experience, from what I've learned in my psychotherapy training, especially the work with Gabor Mate, I would highly recommend you check out his work in Compassionate Inquiry. Do you work with us? No, you're not in a program with us. No. Okay. I might have to release that training because that training is so good. Compassionate Inquiry is basically where you get to truly be compassionate to yourself like you would a friend, and not in your head. To all my coaches who have done the work, right? I'm talking doing it, not thinking about doing it or understanding it, but actually sitting down and looking at yourself and saying, what was going on for me as a little person? Do you have any little people in your life right now, Jen?
Yeah, I have lots of nieces and nephews.
Amazing. Okay, so nieces and nephews, and imagining a little niece or nephew and them feeling like, I don't matter. It's everyone else first. I'm going to sit in the background. What can I do for you? Like a child's role is not doing for anyone. It's for us to do for them. It's for us to support them and guide them and put them forward as opposed to put them behind us. And I think for a very long time, maybe you lived in the shadow of what the church was doing or what your parents was doing, which was great work and not intentionally, I'm sure, but it teaches us things. And we learn that we're not important, that our voice doesn't matter, that other people should go first. And after a long time, when we change into adolescence and adulthood, that can really not work for us. It can be a maladaptive behavior that then leads to people pleasing, saying yes when we want to say no, hiding, not being seen. And so a few of the practices that I would say, number one, I firmly believe, and I talk about this on the podcast, is getting some therapeutic support. So if you have a therapist that you recommend or that you love, or someone says to you, this lady or this person is really good, I would do some weekly sessions in therapy. And not because there's a problem. I feel like therapy is preventative. I feel like therapy is amazing because you get a space to understand yourself. Another thing is practicing like journaling every day. I love to write things out. I feel like the idea around you sitting down, journaling, and feeling into when you feel this come up the most. Like, what am I making this mean? What am I telling myself about this? How would it feel for me to go forward anyway and move into this a little bit more? And if you could find the age that this felt like this for you. I have a photo of myself at 7 years old in front of my screen. And I always look to her because she was scared. She didn't know what she was doing. She was looking to the adults around her to help her, and they hurt her. They didn't help her. And I'm an adult now. And so the work I get to do now is about helping her. But I would never ask 7-year-old Erica, do you think I should post this? Do you think it's safe to go on Instagram? What do you think I should do here? Because she's a child and she can't give me any kind of ideas or feedback around what to do as an adult. And so I would ask myself, is little me at the wheel right now? Or am I at however old you are now, which still looks very young, by the way, Jen? You look very young.
Thank you.
But am I at the wheel? Who's at the wheel? Who's taking control right now? And for many of us, our younger self is trying to do something to protect us. And that is not the role of a child. You protect the child. The child can't protect you. The child keeps you safe. The child does irrational things that feel good for them if you were 9 or 8 years old, but you're not. And so I feel like tapping in and checking in with her and then doing some therapeutic work on that, because you can only podcast so much. You can only watch videos so much. Sometimes we need sensory feeling, and working with someone on that is, I wouldn't be where I am without the therapy work that I've had.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. I would also check where it shows up for you, wherever it shows up for you. Like, where does it show up most? And then be like, ooh, there's something in there.
Yeah. Okay, I can see that. I think when I was growing up, I was kind of living this double life of my church life and then school and the world. And I did just go home and visit this past week, and I noticed I felt so much more comfortable and confident around these people that I grew up with that were in my church life, even though I'm not part of that world anymore.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess it is when I come into dealing with other people that aren't part of the church where I just feel like I'm not really part of this and I should just stay in the background.
Huge to even just uncover that. Like that has so much for you there. It's like, whoa, hold on a second. And it's interesting because church and religion and all the meanings behind that, like it's not a bad thing. It's just who we're becoming behind it, and that version of you worked. Does it still serve you? So something you could ask yourself, anyone here, is, does this behavior serve me now? Does this version of me need to take action now? Or is she done? Like, who else is needed here? What other part of me can I bring forward? There's a part of me that is brave and I need her when I get on stage. There's a part of me that's really confident and not scared to fail. And that's who I bring into my business. She doesn't know what she's doing, by the way, that part of me, but she's just like, let's go after it. Who cares? Like, she's okay to mess up and fall down and look stupid. She's cool with that. She knows she has no idea what she's doing, but she's going to give it a crack because she believes no one else knows what they're doing either. She's a bit sassy like that. And so she just goes after it. So it's like, I would think about, what parts of me can I use here? Who's at the wheel? It's a big question I ask myself. Who's at the wheel right now? And is this a good idea to have my 8-year-old self driving my Lambo down the freeway? Maybe not. Maybe you shouldn't even be in this car. You should be in the family minivan. Like, where are we at? And I think doing that is a really good first step before you do anything. Just check in. And then if you need to sit with yourself, you sit with yourself. Maybe it's not an action moment. Maybe it's just sitting with yourself before you do anything. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're the best. I appreciate you. I just want to say, it makes me so damn happy to see your faces. I am like, I can't. I don't know. I'm like, whew, it makes me like, my stomach hurts. Krabashini's child was playing with the phone. No worries, Krabashini. You took us on a whiteboard adventure. I didn't even know Zoom could do that shit. So I'm just very, very excited about it. All right, Cass, I'm going to bring Cass up because Cass did have a question from before. And then we have Carly. We've got Rita in the house. I'm very excited. Hello, mi amiga. Let me just grab your beautiful self here. Hi.
How are
Welcome to the podcast, Cass.
Thank you. I was thinking something I've been thinking a lot about lately, and it kind of adds on to the questions that have already been asked, but in the way that from a business point of view, when you have women like yourself, you have so many different parts to you. And when we zoom out and we go, we're here to live a big life. And, that talking about showing up on social media and how much that takes of your life just to have this visibility. To doing the things that you actually really want to do to be lit up. But then that part of you that's also competitive, that wants to have a big impact. Where do you find the balance and which ones do you actually listen to? I've been thinking about, you bring it back to values and driving from there. But there is literally like, for me personally, someone that I know, but two parts of me, and I'm at real conflict sometimes with those. The one that's competitive and wants to do the big things, and then the other one that's just like, I just want to live a really good life, but then sometimes you need to do the big things to live a good life. So, yeah, it's just where do you sit balancing those parts of you, and where do you drive from? I guess is it seasons, but
yeah, that's a really good question. And I feel like Hamish is here, but not here. Oh, there he is. I feel like Hamish is going to say something around the art of happiness and science or whatever the hell it's called, Hamish. The art of fulfillment and the art. Is that what you're going to say, Hamish? Go.
Yeah, I was going to say the science of achievement and the art of fulfillment.
The science of achievement and the art of fulfillment.
So they're two different things. There's a really good podcast. I don't know if you guys can hear me well enough. Yeah. I'm at a soccer game, and there's a good episode with Tony Robbins and Alex Hormozi, and he really kind of leans on this because Alex has done the science of achievement very well, right? He has reached all his goals, but he's miserable. He's suffering inside still. So it's like, yes, you want to go for the goals. Yes, there's a science to that achievement. There's a way to go about it. But then there's this kind of art of fulfillment. And sometimes those things can coincide. Sometimes they can be the same. And sometimes they're at opposites to each other. And so it's making sure that inside the science of achievement or the goals that you're setting, there is an aspect of fulfillment as well. And checking in to always go, okay, is the work that I'm doing now fulfilling me, or do I need to fulfill in other areas, or is there more? Right? There's more to life than just the goals that we set and the big impact. We know many stories of people that have achieved the most amazing things in life, and then they take their own lives, or they're miserable, or they've, and you're like, well, you've got millions of dollars, or you're a famous celebrity. So like, we know from looking at others that achievement on its own is not the solution to happiness, but a combination of both, right? I think when I think of achievement and the science of achievement, it's more about what who I become through the process. You know, when I look at achievement, it grows me. My character. I have to come up against challenges. But fulfillment is another thing. Fulfillment tends to lean towards impact and emotionally how I feel, and that could be friendships, that could be relationships, that could be my clients. Like, there's different aspects to it. Sometimes for me, I love being alone. I love just being on my own, or reading a great book, or impacting in ways that maybe are not financially motivated or achievement orientated. Sometimes doing my garden is enough fulfillment for me. Playing with the kids is enough to be like, oh my God, I feel fulfilled to be this. But I don't think you're ever going to get to a place. I don't think if you're a driven person, I think that's a dance you'll always have to deal with. I don't think you ever want to. I think there's always two parts of us. I think there's multiple parts of us. And there is one part that's driven, and there's one part that wants to rest and be fulfilled and enjoyment. And I think you can have both. I think what happens is not to be driven in two different directions, is that the two parts of you are not communicating. Like, the two parts are not communicating. Like, if I'm driven and there's a part of me that wants to rest, I might need to say to my rest part, listen, I'm going to go hard, but I promise you I will take the time to do the garden. I promise you I will take the time to do this. You know, like having that dialogue internally with ourselves about what we want to do, I think eases that conflict, as opposed to not talking to each other like a relationship, and then one's going in one direction and the other's going in another. I think what we need to do as people is to, like, there's a turmoil, there's a conflict in me. Let me stop. Let me be still. Let's hear each other's side. What does the motivated, inspired part of me want? And what does the other part that wants fulfillment and rest or whatever, what do they want? And let's have a chat. Let's have a discussion. Write it out in a journal. I think that'll find.
That's actually really interesting, Hamish, in saying that, because I think, you know, in presenting that question, you think of the polarities and that these two people are in conflict, right? That they want different things, which at a high level they do. They want different things, you know. So for me, for example, one part is really competitive. I'm like, I can build $1 million business, like, just watch me. And then the other part's just like, I just want to go to Europe and lay on the beach and just not have to, like, think about what to post on social media, to be showing up, to be present, to be those things. What if you go those two parts? What sits between both of them? What are the conduits that make
100%.
them connected, and where are the gaps, and then what do you need to do to service the gaps? Maybe,
like, spot on. I think what we need to move away from is this idea that we are one person. That's what I think we need to move, because when we try to go, I need to be this one person, I can't have competing ideas and competing conflicts and competing desires. I should be all in alignment. I don't think that makes any sense. I think we are fractured. I think there's different components of us that need to be soothed and looked after and built on. And I think what we should try to find is an alignment of those internal systems, an alignment between the different parts of ourselves, right? It's silly. We can't be the one person amongst so many different roles. We're trying to find an integration. So you're right. The question would be, how do I build $1 million business while also being in Europe and enjoying the sun and not posting? I can not post for a couple of days, but then that other part of me will need to be exercised. Okay, how do I get back into it? Like, it's a high potential universe. Like, we can create anything. Do we really have to make it so black and white? No. The gray area is where life is. So that's the area that I try to work in, is try to go, instead of like shunning parts of myself or being in conflict or trying to work out a mental solution to this dilemma, can I find a solution that both can be expressed? You know, can I see myself as multiple people, and I'm needing to soothe each of those parts? There's a party side of me. There's a child part of me. There's a business side of me. There's a husband part of me. There's a father. I have many parts, and all of those parts need to be looked after. It's the self, the awareness that has to be the mediator between those parts. And I think when we do that, that's when the best versions of ourselves come to the surface.
So true. And Erica, like, for you.
Thank you, Hamish.
Yeah, thank you, Amy. So amazing. But to put it back to you, like, there's did I lose my train of thought? For someone, you know, there's so many people that we can look up into the world, right? And we see what they're doing. And you know that I call you the Energizer Bunny. Like, you literally just don't ever run out of energy, ever. It's wild. It's wild. It's real. In 5 days and see that it just literally...
It's borderline annoying.
Shut up, Hamish. Mute.
But there's that, you know, I don't think I would be alone in saying that I look up to other people and see what they do and use that as a benchmark for going, well, if I need to make $1 million, then this is what I need to do. And then the other part of me goes, yeah, but I don't want to do that. You know, so that there's that real conflict that sits there because you're like, well, this is the expectation of what it looks like, you know. The 500 episodes, you know, the doing it in the car and doing it imperfect, all of that. And I know that there's, you know, you will probably speak to comparison, but I think that we all do that.
Yeah. 100%. And I think comparison, but also I've recently been sharing with my clients a lot around what they're allowing in. And I myself, just FYI for you guys, this might be an episode coming up. I have never went on Instagram. Like I always created and I did other shit. Like I was so busy doing shit that I never scrolled or watched anything. In this quarter of the year, I haven't been flying around. I've been doing our systems and operations. I've been at my university placement at the school. The beginning of 2026 has been literally the worst and most excruciating time for me, but it was necessary. We need to operationalize the business. I need to sit on my vagina and calm the fuck down for a little bit so I don't burn and die, okay? It sucks doing that. I think about a hot glass of tea. I don't fucking drink tea. I drink coffee and tequila, you know? So I'm like, this sucks. However, Cass, what it showed me is that I allowed a lot of stuff into my system and my eyes and I'm scrolling and I'm watching and I'm this person and that. Whoa. And I felt like, is this what normal fucking humans do all the time? Is watch fucking people on social media? No wonder y'all are miserable. No wonder we compare ourselves. No wonder we're like, who should I be today? What should I be doing? What strategy? Fuck. It was really beautiful, Cass. My therapist was like, now you're more relatable. And I'm like, bitch, if I could be any more relatable. But genuinely, I wasn't a scroller. I never watched anyone. And I have had to unfollow, turn off my phone, put my app at the back of my phone. Ridiculous. Because this world is very different and it will tell you, you should do this. This is the way to make $1 million. You should be doing that. Why aren't you doing this? Fuck all that noise. You have to be so good with yourself and discerning, like clear. This is what I want right now. This is who I am. This is what I'm willing to do. And I want to have fucking fun. And I want to be with my kids. And I want to have sex in Europe with a bunch of different men. And I want to, that's you, not me. Okay. That's Hamish. That's not for me. That's not for me, honey. That's not my dream. Right. I want to be on the soccer field. Like, that's what we have to be able to discern that for ourselves and then shut off the noise. And I think sometimes we are not as strict with our wall. Our wall is down and everything's getting in. And then we are literally becoming parts of everything we're watching. And we're like, should I be? Would I be? Blah. Instead of going force field, which I feel like I always have had a force field, Cass. Like I can hug someone with trauma and vampire drainer energy and I go home and I don't have to have a shower and I sleep fine. And my shamanic healer is like, I don't know how the fuck you can do that, but nobody gets in. Lately, this quarter, people have gotten in and I've been like in a lack of confidence and I've been questioning myself. And it's because I'm allowing other shit into my system that's not for me. I don't need to watch it. I don't need to see it. And when that happens, we can get wobbly. We can question. We can So I feel like I know where I want to go. Tell yourself, this is what I want. I want $1 million business and I want to be on the beach in fucking Europe. I don't want to sacrifice my life and my health for fulfillment. But if you don't decide how much money you want or what is success to Cass, then you won't know. So then what happens? Your body's looking for what it is. Is it the Lambo? Is it Steph's business? Is it what Erica's doing? Is it that person? Then you won't know. So you have to give yourself your true north. And even if it changes, babe, it will change because we're ambitious. Give yourself a true north. My true north is $1 million or 6 weeks holiday or 4 days working, the rest I'm free. Whatever your true north is, and just go for that. Does that feel okay?
Yeah, so good.
I love you. You're the best. This lady is the best, everyone. Please go and give her all the love. Thank you for that because it's a real thing. And I got the opportunity to share my truth of what's been happening for me lately. It's like fucking hell. Like I can't scroll, y'all. I cannot be on social media. It is so bad for you. Like please don't unfollow me, but also if you have to, feel free. Do what you gotta do because I'm like, shit, it's too much. Cass is the branding. Yes, she's the branding queen. If you need branding, she is it. I just want to make sure I can go to the chat. Some people have to jump off. Some people are staying on. Amazing. One of the big things that we like to do, Hamish and I in our business, as you saw, Hamish came onto the microphone. I love you, Hamish. Like you're the best, honey. Like I am literally where I am and who I am because of that man. Like he doesn't say much, but when he does, it's like, like, how you can, it's like TKO. When he talks, it's like, damn. And I would not be where I am in my life or my business without this man here because genuinely, I was a hot mess express, as I always say, and he's my secret weapon. Hello, Mr. Kramer, with your beautiful face. And I want to quickly, before we keep going with the Q&A, I just wanted to, oh yeah, is it my child, little one?
Yeah, it's your child.
Yes, my child. They know I don't put them on social media, sorry. Anyway, the Gandhi, you are the Gandhi. So I feel like.
Thank you, guys.
No, genuinely, I feel like obviously I was a mess when I met Hamish, and his work that he does invited me into the work. And I always jokingly but seriously say I wouldn't be where I am without him. But it's the truth. I genuinely wouldn't be in this work. I was traumatized. I was an alcoholic. I had all kinds of issues. But the show is where it is now. And Hamish has come in and now editing and supporting me with the show. So I just wanted to say thank you for all your help. And if you guys want to unmute or give him a...
You don't have to thank me. I'm your husband.
I know, but you also don't have to do it. So here's your emojis. Fire for you. Woo! We love you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
I don't think you were that much of a hot mess express. I think like many of the ladies here, what I saw was potential. I think I saw how much you cared and how much impact you wanted to do in the world. And like many of us, we often get in our own way, and it's easy to look outside of somebody and tell them and see what's wrong with them. It's harder when to look at your own self and to see what's in your blind side. It's always hard. You know, it's easy to give advice. It's harder to sometimes take your own. So I don't think we can be hard on ourselves about that. I think what my ability is to see through, is to cut through. And when I see someone, I can see kind of where they're struggling or where their blind spots are, and if they're opening and willing to listen, then I'd love to help. And you were willing to listen, and you were willing to, you didn't fight me on most of things. Yeah. And I think it was beautiful. And I've loved watching you. And I want to say congratulations on the 500 episodes. I'm probably the only one that knows the true depth of what you've had to do to go through and how passionate you've been about it. And I've seen all the beautiful messages from everyone that's written and all the impact that it's made. I want to say congratulations, baby. Your consistency and your drive and your passion to help people is like second to none. And I'm hoping that people have seen that. I know people have seen that because that's why they love the podcast so much. But yeah, I think hats off to you. I think well done. I don't think there's many people out there special as you. That's why I married you, and amongst other reasons in your heart.
Thank you. I love you. I'm wearing sweatpants. I'm wearing my sweatpants. So really sexy today. I love you. Thank you. No, I share that with you guys as well, because I think when I talk about my story and the trauma and my husband dying and being with really bad narcissistic men and moving from America to Australia and not knowing anyone and not having any money and being I was a mess. I was just a fucking mess. And Hamish is being nice. I was a drunk mess. So I drank a lot because I was in a lot of pain and I hadn't dealt with it. I didn't know how do you deal with it? What does dealing with it mean? Do I cry for a day? What do I do? And so, meeting Hamish and him seeing, and this is what I hope that you could see in my work or in my podcast, that you could see that I see something in you. And even though I've never met you or I don't know you, I know that if you found this podcast, and I know that if you choose the topics I speak about, you are made for more. That you are fucking incredible and amazing, and you should go after everything you want, and that the world is your full potential. And maybe you don't realize that, or maybe you don't remember, or maybe you don't know, or maybe you needed someone to show you that. And so I vowed, and always have vowed, to remind women of who the fuck they are, and that there's nothing wrong with us, that we are incredible and amazing and unlimited. And if someone like myself can come from what I did and the pain and the trauma and the horrific shit and build what I've built now, and I have a beautiful husband and an amazing life, and it's boring. I was saying to Hamish the other day, I live in a safe neighborhood. There's no drive-bys. Like, everything's safe and calm and relaxed and beautiful. And I'm like, holy shit, like, this is what's possible when we do our work, when we unleash ourselves. And so if you work with me, you know that this is the one way I share my husband with other women. Sounds gross and crazy or sexy and fun. But the one way I do that is in my program. So Hamish coaches in the Next Level program. Hamish does one-on-one with the women at the Queen's table. And I honestly believe that you need both the yin and the yang. You need the big vision and audacity and fucking rah. And you need the calm. What do your numbers look like? What are the frameworks and boring stuff that Hamish does? That's very important. And so that's how I bring him in that. And I thank you so much, Mr. Kramer. We've got Carly, we've got Rita, we've got Beck. So Rita, I know you put your hand down, but did you want to put it back up? Because I feel like maybe you had a question, and then we're going to listen to gorgeous Carly. Welcome, Rita, to the stage. Yay! Hi, gorgeous.
Good morning, everyone.
We're in the future.
I'm trying to fix my camera so I'm centered. I feel like my question has already been somehow intertwined throughout the conversation, but as I said in the comments, I celebrate young children with disability every day, encouraging them to recognize their small wins. But I feel like I'm such a hypocrite myself because I really struggle to celebrate my wins. I always am looking for the next big thing and always going for the next big goal, where I really struggle to be present when I'm winning or celebrating a massive milestone. So as you're celebrating your 500th episode, and in 2 weeks I'll be celebrating my 100th episode, I really am thinking, well, how do I genuinely celebrate this so I can be gracious for the moment, but also slowing down and embracing and being present rather than looking, I'm aiming for 150 now or 200 episodes. Yeah.
I just want to know, does anybody else struggle with this? Because I struggle with this as well, okay? I'm like, no, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Rah! And then I forget to look back at the countries I feel like I've built. Like we're just mining and making more and making more. And it's like, wait, look back and see what you made. Look what you built. So it's a problem for the ambitious people. It's a problem of this world that we're in because it's like more, greater, better, bigger, harder. Kind of what Cass was sharing as well. And I think I love to impact and I love to do more for the women I came to serve because I feel fully on purpose. And I know, because I talk to a lot of people, not everyone is like, I was born for this. Like not everyone feels that, Rita. So it's not a normal feeling to be so on fire and passionate about what you do. And I'm grateful, thank goodness that I have that fire. So I'm never lost as to where I'm going. It's always in the same direction. But if we don't stop and celebrate ourselves, then we risk not feeling fulfilled. We risk feeling like we're never done. We're not there yet. We're chasing, we're seeking. To my spiritual people that are here, it's like they're seeking, they're ayahuasca and they're going to an ashram and they're going to sit with a monk. And then it's like, you already have everything you need. What are you looking for? And a seeker is empty. A seeker has nothing and needs others to show her and give her. And so I try not to be a seeker. I try to remember that I have everything I need and I want to go bigger and I want to impact more. And so I think the reframe of words might help. Celebrating helps. I wasn't going to do this. I'm like, it's not 1,000. Bitch, it's 500 episodes. It's 8 years. You know, I wasn't going to do this. And I love in person. If y'all know, I love in person. So the fact that I'm in my sweatpants, I was like, well, that's not a party. And I'm in my house. This isn't a special place. I'm always here. But I was like, wait, what can we do to make it special? We can have all of our listeners, whoever wants to come, join us live and ask questions. And we can go back and forth and dialogue and I can meet my community. Like, fuck, nothing more special. So I feel like if you want to celebrate something big, like 100 episodes is huge. It's huge. Yeah. Celebrate it with those people that listen to those 100 episodes. Like bring them in and say, hey, I suck at celebrating. Join me. And I just want to say, I got a Zoom. My Zoom had 100. And with like 5 days, we had 100 already done. Fuck, I got a 500 Zoom. And 190 or 85 registered. It's like, oh, well, 500. Who gives a fuck? 85 registered. And then who comes live? Maybe 40 or 50. Who gives a fuck? Even if it was 5 of you. Can we be grateful for the 5? Can we be grateful? Like all of these little things that our world shows us, it's not enough. You're not enough. You need more. It should be. Just try to like turn that off and be like, this is what I'm doing for me. If 2 people show up, fucking great. If Hamish just showed up today, I would have been like, hey, babe, go us. You know, like it's important. So I want to tell you something, and I don't know if you know this, but if you record more, write this down. If you record more than 21 episodes of your podcast, more than 21, you're in the top 1% of podcasters around the world.
Top 1%? Go me.
So my episode is 0.5%, okay? Because I'm like, oh, wow, this is so cool. 1%, you're in the 1% of podcasters. So you should put that on your website like today, right? Like top 1% of podcast. Why? Because people give up. They stop recording. After 21, you're in the top 1%. So yeah, there are billions of podcasts out there, and more so than none have spider webs on them and cobwebs on them, and they've stopped recording. So the fact that you're about to hit 100, you could lead with that. Like, holy shit, I just realized that I'm in the top 1% of podcasts. This is incredible. Well, go ahead, Jocelyn, 33 episodes. You're top 1% as well. You get a 1% and you get a 1%. Ideas. What are you thinking you're going to do? What you do, guys?
I'll just announce. So I'm having, my podcast is called Wine with Wheater. So who doesn't love a glass of wine? Who doesn't love sharing stories? So I'm opening to my audience next week that 5 mothers who have a child with additional needs come and literally have a Wine with Wheater event at a fine dining restaurant in Sydney. So that it just combines my 2 loves, fine dining and community. So that's how I'll be celebrating it. But I feel I love giving back with the generosity so those other mothers could be seen and heard and celebrated. I know I need to work on my self-fulfillment and embracing the moment. It is something I am working on, but I want to tame that over-enthusiastic person sometimes to just say, Rita, embrace it.
Yeah.
Not slow down, but enjoy the moment so you can enjoy the next step.
Yes. Can I just say not slow down? A lot of people in my whole life have projected on me, my friends as well, my friends in business, like, oh man, you crazy. Whoa, your schedule in 2025. Oh, hell no. That's wild. Oh, calm down, slow down. You're going to burn out. I don't need to listen to any of that. And if I wasn't who I am, I would slow down because of what they're saying. Fuck that. Don't say that to people. If somebody's really ambitious, let them do their thing. As long as they're not hurting you or anybody else, leave it. I know who I am, and I'm not like anyone I know. I'm not like anyone I know. You're not like anyone you know. So you're not going to look to the humans on planet Earth that are not like you in order to tell you what you should do. And that goes for everyone. No one's going to tell Kate what to do. No one's going to tell Carly what to do, or Shannon or Andrea. Only you know. So we're looking outside of ourselves. That's true for them in their life and their mission and what they're here to do and their DNA and their constitution and their personality. Nobody knows. I don't. I'm a psychopath, you guys. I have problems. I wake up like, good morning, bing, bing, bing. And I go to sleep, good evening, everyone. And my husband's just like, oh my God, I'm so tired watching you. And cool. I'm not for everyone. But I have fucking energy, and I believe I have it because of the work I'm doing. I'm so charged by you and all the women that I've never met before that need to hear about me. So I'm like, fuck that. I'm just getting started. I feel like I'm just getting started, and I'm 42. I'll be 43 in June. And I'm like, I'm not too late. I'm just getting started. So be discerning on what's important to you. Celebrate yourself. Look to people like you that are doing what you want to do, as opposed to people that are not doing any of the shit you want to do and listening to them. It's not about them.
I really appreciate you saying that. And I guess many business owners can resonate with those noises that people say and those backhanded compliments. Slow down. Who the fuck are you trying to prove to? What are you trying to impress, or who are you trying to impress? It's like, bitch, I'm just impressing myself.
Little her.
Stick to your lane. I'll stick to my lane. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you for reinforcing that.
Thank you, Rita. Thank you so much. I'm so excited for you. Please let us know how we can support you. Send me a message on Instagram. See how we can share your party, share your podcast. Like, drop it in the comments if you want a link to your podcast so we can check it out. I love that it's connected. I love that it's connected to a mission as well. I think that's very important. So important that it's connected to someone else and you want to help and support. We got Carly in the house. Then we got Kate. I love Kate, your energy. You're just a bomb, girl. Hi.
How are you?
Oh, I'm so happy to see you guys.
Wonderful. First off, thank you and congratulations on your 500 episodes.
So much.
Thank you. And thank you so much for everyone who's already shared, because I have got so much out of this already. So also thank you for being like vulnerable on here.
Yay. Oh, I love you.
My question is like, just kind of take what you take from it, because I wrote it down and I'm thinking, because I'm getting different things as we're progressing today. But my question is, how do you position like your product or your word, say your word is confidence and mine is choice, we'll say, with your personal brand, so it's not just like a product or a word, but it actually makes people like feel the shifts in the movement in the community and become like actually a movement and that people actually want to be a part of.
Yeah. I love that. That's such a good, thoughtful question. I think I will say that I didn't do any of that on purpose. A lot of my clients in the Queen's Table are like, but you're the queen of confidence and your thing is confidence. And I'm like, yeah, but it's barely do I talk even about confidence in itself. I talk about so many other things. And I'm like, it wasn't on purpose to create that name. But I think when we build something for the people we're here to help, when it's weaved into the outcome for them, like I was in the shower and I was like, it was called the Queen of Curves before this. I was a stylist for curvy women, and I was only a size 10, and I'm running plus size events because it was a problem. Women that were plus size couldn't find any clothing, and it was like, this is a joke. And someone said to me, you're not even plus size. What are you? And I'm like, excuse me, I'm a Latina. I have a booty, so I care about this problem and I want to solve it. And she was just like, okay. But then I realized that it was outing women who didn't resonate with the word curvy, women that they thought they were skinny. They couldn't come into my world. So in the shower, very simple, I was like, fuck, what do women want? Confidence. Oh, I'll just do Queen of Confidence instead. So I wish it was a cooler idea and a cooler story, but it was very simple. Our first program called the Sisterhood, because I was like, I want a sisterhood of women, but I want sisterhood because I'm from the hood. So I was like, oh my God, sisterhood. I wish, like, creating confidence masterclass. It was about creating confidence. So I feel like when we word things, when we name things, when we build something, really be in tune with who you're building it for. And do they feel heard and called and seen in it? And if so, they're going to draw forward, and then you're going to bring them into the vision and the mission that you're doing. But if you call it like the hat company and it's for women that are lawyers, it has nothing to do with them. They're just like, I don't feel seen in that. So let's go over to you. What are you building, and what are you hoping with drawing people into choice?
Well, I launched my business and it was the Choice Queen, and then I met you like on stage, and I was like, oh my goodness, she is like the Queen of Confidence. So I was kind of watching you and your journey and stuff like that, and I was like, building that. But I'm also a bit spiritual as well, and I'm making my first deck of oracle cards. So it's more about leaning into, as you were just saying, like what the people want as well, and obviously as you also talk about your journey and connecting with the people of what they want.
So I would think about the product as a secondary to what you're doing and who you are. And I'm not saying the product's not important, but this is for anyone. If you're going to build a book, or you're going to build a deck, or you're going to make a journal, or you're going to make socks, or if you could tell people who you are, why you do what you do, why they should care, why you made this product, how you do what you do, and then you go, by the way, I have this book or this journal or this card deck, then it's like, oh my God, I love you and everything you stand for. Now you made yourself into a deck. Holy shit. Like, there's a book about what you believe and who you are. It's like an extension of you. And so the personal brand would be you, and the fact that you're spiritual, and it might not be the Queen of Choice. It might be the Queen of Intentionality, or I think about choice being intentional. Like, I'm choosing this on purpose. Like, there's so many choices we can make. It's like, how do we choose the right thing? And so you might speak to that idea, and in the speaking to that idea, I would use, I hate AI for everything, but I would use AI for this in regards to the elements of your person and what you're sharing. Is be like, I do this. I would voice note, because I think voice is very you. Voice note, like, I do this. This is what I believe in. These are all the characteristics and the elements and the things and the reasons. And then it's just a bunch of words, almost like a mind map of words. And you might find words that work together, and you're like, this is a statement. This is a queen of this. This is a, I don't know, priestess of whatever. You might find something that you're like, oh my God, in all the shit that I just said, there's 4 words that if I bundle them together, resonate for my people and my community. Does that feel?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah, I feel like that. And I think that I wasn't the Queen of Confidence because I called myself that. I shared and I acted out confidence. So if you can act out, let's say it is choice. If you can act out choice, what does it look like? Show me the polarity of this or that, and you chose that. Show me the impact of not making choice. Show me, educate me. Like, I think if you're going to own a word, this is for anyone, like the queen of, or I am the go-to of this thing. It's like, talk to me about it. Educate me about how you see it. And the way you see it is so amazing, because no one else will see it like you.
That is so beautiful. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. Oh my gosh. Carly, listen, your gorgeous smile. All right, we got Kate in the house, and I feel like a DJ as well, Andrea, because I'm over here with all my tech, y'all. This is a bit fun. I haven't had any tech issues, and I'm gonna not jinx myself. Hi, gorgeous.
Hello.
Yay, come.
Thank you, my love. Around self-sabotage.
Yes.
I do it really well. I go all in, and then I go all out, and it stops everything dead in its tracks. I go, like, I see the vision. I know where I'm going. I know what I want, and I can feel it. But then I get there or I get like close to it and it's moving and everything's working. And then I'm like, no.
Yeah. What would you love?
Obviously to not do that. What would I love? I would love for it to not be as confronting.
And for what to be, and not what would you love with imposter syndrome, but what would you love? What would you love? What are you looking to create, do, have, be, experience?
I want to be proud of myself and I want my boys to be proud. You guys got me crying ages ago. Damn you.
Right to the party.
I want my boys to be proud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And like entrepreneurship is such a lonely road sometimes, especially when your family are not on the same path. It makes it hard when you are close to your family.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to be proud of myself.
Can I ask what needs to happen for you to be proud of yourself? What do you need to do?
I need to keep my word to myself more often. Like I say that I'm going to do things and I know that I want to and I know that's going to help. But I think because I know that it's going to help and it's going to keep me on that path, it freaks me out.
So in order for you to be proud of yourself, you need to keep your word to yourself. What needs to happen in order for you to keep your word to yourself?
It's the voices and the labels and the tags and the meanings that you mentioned before, the meaning.
And what would you need to do for your children to be proud of you? What do you think you need to do in order for your kids to be proud of you?
The craziest part is I know that they are already, and they just love me being me and being happy and doing what I'm doing.
Yeah. So they want presence. They want you. They want you to be happy with yourself.
Yeah.
So what needs to happen for you to be happy with yourself? See if you can feel into that. Like maybe close your eyes if that feels good for you or not. You can look down. Maybe just like don't go to your head. And maybe I put my hand on my heart a lot because I feel like a lot of my real self comes from my heart. What needs to happen for me to be proud and happy for myself? I'm acknowledging you so much because you're digging deep.
I just want to be me. I just want to be me all of the time.
Who is me? Who is she? Tell us about her.
She reminds me very much of you. She's very loud. She's very bright. She's very bubbly. She's fun. She's a hot fucking mess. But I'm just me and I say what I think and I do what I want to do and I tell you how it is, but with so much love at the same time. Yeah. Yeah.
When you try to find her in you, if you tap into you with your eyes closed or however feels good for you, where does she live? Where is she at?
She is like smack bang center in my heart. Like she is big and bold. She is literally the little girl that's next to my computer.
Yeah.
That pink leotard with fucking sparkles on it, doing calisthenics.
So she's there, but there's this other part of you. So if you could ask her if she's okay to talk to you for a second, and maybe again, if you want to not have, I sometimes have to close because it's so much like sensory with eyes, but if you want to just tap in for a moment and close your eyes and be with her for a sec, just a minute, and just say, hey, I want you to just in your mind's eye ask her, what do you need in order to come out? What do you need? What would you love in order to take the wheel? I want you to take the wheel. What do you need to come out and be here?
We need to.
So I feel like that part of you has a lot of wisdom, but maybe hasn't been front and center. And this other part of you has been taking over, taking the wheel. This part of you that was being driven by things that are not supporting you. And I feel like that part of you is not your highest best self. And so she's operating, and that part can be frantic or self-doubting or questioning or yo-yoing back and forth. And by the way, we all have this part of us. It's just who we're allowing to be at the wheel. And so something is keeping this self-sabotage alive. Something is keeping this looping alive. And there's multiple fears. We don't have all the time for it. But if we did, girl, there's a lot, right? And so I think one of the things that could support you the most is presence with you. So you looked a lot up at your head, a lot up. And that's why I was trying to get you to just go in and close eyes and go in. And I know we're on a live call and it's weird, but I do this shit all the time and I love it. And I think it's great. And I think that we only attract vulnerable, incredible women. So we expect this, right? So thank you for letting us see you and see her. But one of the things I think that we have to all come to terms with is that there are multiple parts of us running the show at all times. And whoever we allow, the wolf that you feed is the one that gets stronger. And so all of us have a part of us that lacks confidence, that compares themselves, that thinks small. All of us have this ambitious, incredible, unstoppable part Who do we nurture the most? Who do we listen to? Who do we talk to? And so just one of your things for homework after this, stay in your beautiful hoodie, chill, don't put makeup on, stay home. I'm jealous. I'm going to take all this off soon. Don't worry. We're going to be on the soccer field. Okay, I'll be thinking about you. And I want you to sit with yourself, put some good tunes on, put a hoodie on, close your eyes. I love that, Rita had said breath work. If you do breath work or a meditation or something that makes you feel good, go inside. I want you to imagine closing your eyes and crawling from your head down to your neck and sitting in your body, locking the door to your mind. You're not going up there. You're literally going to be in your heart with her and going, what do you need? You're like sitting next to her. You're sitting down. How can I support you right now? What would you love? What would benefit you the most? And what does she want to do? And chat with her, sit with her. Not why am I sabotaging? How come I can't work this out? Blah, blah. Don't worry about that. That's the head. What does she want? She might just want to sit in presence. She might just want to cry for an hour and not make it mean shit. If you're over 35, bitches, we are on the perimenopause ride here. She might just be feeling all the fucking feels. She might just need a minute. She might just feel like she doesn't have any time for herself. She might just be like, I don't even know who I am now. There's definitely a new coming forward, like something new I feel from you. There's a birthing of this new version of you that maybe you don't know yet. And she needs some space and time to cocoon out and come into the world and accept herself, never mind other people accept who she is. And so I just feel for you. I love Cass. I love you. Thanks, Cass, putting my link of my program. I definitely feel for you, Kate, giving yourself a little bit of cocoon time to go in, not out, to be quiet, not more, and just sit. I feel like crying is going to come out. I feel like there's a bit of emotional constipation. Yeah. But I'm talking like you guys, when I cry, it's like fucking ugly and it's full on and it's like someone died. Like who died? It's like my old self, myself from 5 days ago died. Like I'm mourning whatever's not serving me and releasing it, because if we don't release it, it holds in our bodies. Mm-hmm. And so that's my homework invitation for you, is to genuinely just allow yourself to tap in and check in with you. You have all the fucking answers. And the sabotage is this other version of you trying to get her attention. She's just trying to piss her off to come out and be like, what do we need to do right now? You're trying to get attention from your own self.
Oh, yep. We're going to go cry a bit more, shall we?
Good. I love you. Thank you for being here, Kate. I really appreciate you deeply. And we're going to do some more on this. I think we need a self-sabotage episode. We don't have one. So dedicated to you and all the women that you're going to help with what you just shared. So genuinely, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please let's give it up for Kate, because that is just the depth of what this freaking community gives is like, oh my God. So I really quickly just want to share something, because I'm sure some people have to go. And if you've ever worked with me in any program, and we do coaching, which we do every month, and I do it a lot. I love this. This is my fucking favorite thing to do. If I could do a tour, like a tour of coaching, we would be doing it. I do want to share, if you have to go, I wanted to give you guys a gift. So for some of you that don't work with me, and maybe you've been listening to the show and you're like, fuck, I need to work with Erica. I love Erica and Hamish. As you saw, he comes, it's a buy one, get one free. He's a bundle. He comes into all the programs. He's beautiful. And I really appreciate having his view as well in the way in which he sees things. Yes, dynamic duo. So I'm going to share a QR code if you want to scan it. It is just a little hookup for you if you would like to work with us, do any work with us. The code is, I'm pretty sure the code is podcast party, but I could be wrong. I think it's the code. Anyway, scan that thing. You'll see it. It comes up. And if you did want to do any work with us, that is available to you. We would love to support you and have you in there. And if that doesn't work for you as well, please continue to listen and tap in. We are always here. I'm going to always do free content. Podcast party. Yes. I'm going to always do content. I'm going to always support my women, because this is what I'm here to do. But if anybody here is like, shit, I've been listening to you, I really want to do something, check out the next level. See if it works for you. Every month we do coaching in there live. It's important for me that we do live, because there's a lot of programs that don't do that. And for us, it's important that we get to see you and coach you. And Sarah and Andrea and all the women a lot of the women that are here are in that program. And next week we have a live coaching call. So for an hour and a half, we literally just answer your questions and support you in your business, in your self-work, and whatever's going on for you. We're obsessed. We love it. Oh, yes. Sorry. I'll put it back up. Here we go. And then if I can add myself to the screen. Yeah. So if you want to screenshot that, please feel free. You can scan the little code and we will hook y'all up. And I don't know where my face is now because there's too many Zoom guests. There I am. Is that me? I can't find myself. Cool. And I will send this to you guys as well via email if you like. But yeah, just an invitation for those that do want to. If you're listening to this on the podcast, yes, you need to cry. This is on, I think it's till the 1st of May. So it's like about a week you can do this. It's a very nice hookup that we do not usually give, but we're giving it to you because you're here live with us. And we just want to say thank you. If you've needed a push to make it happen, I think that the one thing that I will say, and I will always talk about, is mentorship and support. Mentorship and support is important. I would not be where I am without getting mentors. And if you know my story, I had fucking credit cards. I came to Australia with like multiple credit cards out of the army. The army didn't teach you financial literacy, and I had credit cards, and I had a Victoria's Secret credit card. I had all kinds of credit cards. And when I met Hamish, he helped me to really go, hey, we need to sort this shit out. But I put all of it on credit cards. We didn't have a wedding. Like, we didn't get married. We didn't have a 100K wedding or 50K wedding because we wanted to go to a healing retreat. And if I didn't do that, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So fuck cars, fuck Gucci bags, fuck Netflix and gin and cigarettes and nail fucking salons and eyelashes. If your shit is a hot mess, you can't build what you want. And then if you have children or people you care about, then you bring that into their world. No, like literally no, like abundance and growth and impact and vision. This is what I know myself to be. And if I don't have it, I find a way to do it. And there's plenty of complimentary free shit on the internet. But yeah, if you resonate with us, I would love to support you. All right, we got Maria in the house. Maria is going to make me cry because Isabel, has been in our world for multiple years, and I can't believe you're here. Haven't seen you in so long. Ooh, why are you in this little corner? Hold on a second. Let me fix it. There we go. I put you in a little corner. That was weird. Hi.
Hi. So good to see you. So good to see. I love seeing you in the Sisterhood, and now it's like 500 episodes. I'm like, oh my God.
I know.
Per year.
Oh my God. I have to say, I am very grateful that you came. Andrea, you remember, like, this is like my first program that I first built. And Maria, you are just, I can't believe it. It's like a flashback. This is a gift. So you coming is a big gift. So thank you so much.
My twin is also here.
My God. This is a get together. Oh, hello. Espérate. I need to put her on too. 1 second. The twins, the sisters. Mio. Wow. Hold on. I'm trying to find her. Where did you go? There you are. Is that you? Oh, sí, ahí está. Okay, so.
You literally changed my life.
Oh my God. Look at you too. Oh my
Hola,
God. Hola. Okay, so let me just say, flashback from the past, friends. This is my first program that I ever did, and you guys were so incredible and amazing. Yes, seeing double. I haven't seen you guys in so many years.
Yes. So we've been a lot. Life has happened, but I also think like you changed my life. Mm-hmm. We always constantly remember the things that you say and all the things that we learned. And I still Byron Katie every day.
Yes, Byron Katie. My God, you guys, it's so good to see you. Wow. And I think for anyone who maybe doesn't know about back in the day of the Sisterhood and the work, like, what do you feel like? You were in a program with us, but it was a community, you know, like we did the work, and you showed up to all the calls. You got coaching every month. I'm still doing live coaching, by the way, 8 years later. We love it. We will not stop doing it. And how do you feel like that helped you to, I guess, be supported in community, but also do live stuff, not just modular work?
Well, first of all, it makes you be comfortable with being vulnerable, and being comfortable with being vulnerable, like public speaking with others, sharing your fears, that makes you gain confidence.
Yeah.
To go show up that way also in the real world, like in the outside non-virtual world. Also, so many people going through the same things as you. Like there were some golden nuggets. I remember I came on a call back in the day and I said that I had to Byron Katie Joe Dispenza because I could not with his quantum stuff in the book. And it was such a growth, such a learning. It was amazing.
You're amazing. I'm so happy to see you guys.
I'm having some trouble with ego death.
Yes.
I've had little ego deaths, and now I feel that if I don't have a bigger one, it's like keeping me stuck. So I've maintained my my academic persona. I'm a professor now at a university, and now it's like I want to do something more. Just because I feel it's time to do something different, but I find it very hard to shake the want. I don't want to call it a need because it's not a need, but the wants for academic validation, or let's just say a specific type of validation that aligns with who I think I am.
Yeah.
Like I want an identity shift. In your story, you've had multiple identity shifts.
Yeah. I feel like I'm in one now. Yeah.
From pre 500 episodes to post 500 episodes.
Yeah. I think I would say, and I don't know if I said this back in the day, but I don't, if I did, I'm going against what I used to say. I feel like our ego doesn't need to die. I feel like it's a part of us. I feel like the fact that we want to kill a part of us, I think that's wild. You know, I feel like we've leaned in heavily as I've done my psychotherapy degree into a therapy called internal family systems. It's a part of therapy. It's not all, but it is a really great therapy. And I would recommend you read the book No Bad Parts. It's called No Bad Parts. And they have the audio book as well. Dr. Richard Schwartz. Okay, there we go. He's amazing. And I love it because it talks about the multiple pieces of ourselves. And maybe the part of you that wants that recognition and that validation, she didn't get it a long time ago and she wants it. And none of us do anything to not be complimented and said, thank you, Andrea, for being my DJ. Thank you for letting people into the Zoom. I appreciate you being here. You know, thank you, Hamish. Like we want to hear thank you. We want to be acknowledged for what we do. It's not the reason why we do it, but we would love that. And we also want some significance. I want to feel important to Jules and Rachel and Shannon. I want to feel important to you. I want to feel like my show matters to Michelle and Jess. So there's nothing wrong with that. But if I collapse my whole identity on if Cara doesn't think the Next Level's the best program she's ever done, then I am shit. I can't live with myself if Beck doesn't think I'm the most confident, pink-loving woman. I don't know. Like, you know, that's, I think, the problem is the identification with the self and who we should be versus I'm a part of that. And that's a part of me. And that's a part of me. And sometimes it's useful. But if she's at the wheel, she's going to ruin everything for me. If I let that part of me that says I need validation, I think about J-Lo, and I know this shit is crazy, pero J-Lo, her problem, and she needs to join the Next Level. J-Lo's problem is that she wants validation from white Hollywood so bad, so bad. She's dying for white Hollywood to see her and go, you're a smart Latin woman who's great at singing and intelligent. They're never going to do that. She's never going to get that Oscar or whatever the fuck she's looking for. But there's a bunch of us that fucking love J-Lo. But that's not enough for her because she wants the haters to love her. She wants the people who will never see her beauty and her smarts and who she is to love her. So when we focus on academia and being a certain way and looking a certain to these people, maybe they'll never see you. And the pursuit of being seen,
I literally want
yeah.
to have the best robotics lab. And if I don't, I feel I'm going to die. If I don't have the best robotics lab in the country.
Did you scan that QR code? Just kidding. Okay. The best robotics lab. I think that, look, I want to have the best everything as well. I want to do the best I can do as well. And I think that's good. That's healthy to have that ambition and drive. It's kind of what Cass was saying. Like we want to be the best we can be. And someone will be better and someone will hate your lab. They'll be like, you're the worst. And nobody's correct. Nobody's right. Who?
Stressful to think.
I know. And I think it's such a good way to fuck our brains up is like someone's going to hate my guts and think I'm the worst. And someone's going to be obsessed with me. And who's correct? Both of them. Who's right? Everyone. What do I believe? What's most important? Because whatever you believe and you focus on is who you will be. If you believe the haters, you start listening to them too much, that turns you into shit. If you believe the people that think you're amazing and the best, and you think you're the best in the whole world, and there's no one better ever, then you're like, I'm the best, I'm good, you won't grow. So it's like, we need the growth, we need the innovation, but we also need that healthy fear to be better and want to strive. I mean, science, robotics, quantum physics, you know, AI, all of these things, the minute you think it's the best, then another one comes. But that's good for these guys who thought they were the shit. And now Anthropic's like, fuck it, Canva, I see you and I do this. And then Canva's like, fuck you. And then it's called growth. And how exciting to be in a time like this. So nothing wrong with you being healthy and wanting to grow and achieve, but it will get dangerous if you're allowing the opinions of others who will never see your true nature and your capacity and your heart and your soul. They'll never see it. If we collapse our need and acknowledgement onto those people, they will hold you hostage. They will hold your worthiness hostage for years to come, and you won't ever see your greatness in the mirror.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think that's it there. I love you. I'm so excited that you are building a robotics lab. Holy shit. Of course you are. Can you please send me an email with all your links and how I can find you and everything? Because that is huge. You're on LinkedIn, aren't you? Yes. Hell yeah. Okay, see? She's on LinkedIn. I'm on LinkedIn. Look for the sparkles. It's Erica Kramer on LinkedIn. No, Maria, genuinely. I mean, people that won't see you won't see you. And sometimes, here's what I want to say to all of you. And this also happens with family. Like somebody's looking for approval from their dad or their mom or that person in their life that's really hard on them. And you spend your life looking for approval, right? And they never see you. And then you go, fuck it. I'm just going to approve of myself. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to go after what I desire. And you're so in love with your mission and your vision and what you want. And you're so attuned to yourself that it is so electrifying that one of your thunderbolts hits them one day and they see you in all your glory doing your thing. And they go, wow, Jules. Wow, Maria. I'm so proud of you. You seem really happy. Beck, great work. I've been watching. Like, how amazing is it to see you in your element? Because you're not looking to the side saying, do you see me? Do you need me? Is this good? You're just so on your own doing your thing that is electric and magnetic in itself. And then people who were never cheering for you all of a sudden can do nothing else but cheer for you because you've become so in your own, you know? I don't know. I think that's for me feels like it lands the most when I think about that, as opposed to chasing anyone else or being included. Like, include yourself, validate yourself, acknowledge yourself, and don't stop fighting for what you desire. Of course, you're ambitious and you're smart and you're intelligent. And I think it's a really great quality of yours. It always has been.
Thank you.
Thank you, Maria. Oh my God, blast from the past. I love it. Here's what I'd love from you, if you don't mind, please, before you leave, before you run, I want to know what topics, what episodes, what things do you want to hear on the show? Before you leave, if you can do me a big favor and just drop into the chat, please make an episode about this, or just drop the title or the topic or the idea of what it could be, because we are taking photos and keeping these, and literally I'm going to go build these episodes for you. As another thank you for you being here, I want to co-create the next 500 plus episodes. When we do 1,000, we're doing a tour. So I'm going to see you in person. So we're going to do an in-person, and you're going to be like, I was at the 500, holy shit, and now we're here. So let's put it down in the chat before you leave, Vicky, or whoever else has to go. All right, as we wrap this, I want to say a big thank you, because I genuinely, everything we just talked about right now is all more podcast content. But here's what I would love. I would love for this not to be another podcast for you. I would love for this not to be more things to intellectualize and think about in your mind. If anything you got from everyone who shared, whether it was questions or experiences they had, it all comes into the doing. We can think about it. We can air quotes know. We can read. We can watch. We can consume. But if we don't take the action, if we don't do the thing we know and actually make it into a movement in our lives, we're not going to see the end result for this. And this is why I'm so freaking passionate about us actually doing this work, us actually working together. Again, like, if it's not our community, find a community, find people that resonate with you, find people that will support you, not just modules you're going to watch on your own, because most of us don't do that. We work better in community. And this is why I always built community, because I know women go through similar things. And when we don't talk about it, we think we're the only ones in silo, and we're not. And I hope that you've seen that today, that you're not navigating any of this on your own, that this is a community situation. All week I've been overthinking the podcast. I want to start. Thank you, Erica. I promised myself and you I'm going to record my first episode today. Yes. Listen, if I could tell you one thing, I started with an audio podcast with my phone. You don't have to do video and lighting, and it makes it too hard. The microphone was too hard. Take your phone, do it on your phone, do the audio only experience. Then you can add video. It's something you can add later. But the second that you get to go out into the airways and support people, like, that's incredible. The fact that you want to do that and you're going to put it out there. I'm going to hold you to that, because I'll see you next week on our live call. A huge thank you to every single one of you who are here. I just want to go into gallery real quick and just say bye and say thank you. I appreciate you so damn much. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. And I just really can't thank you enough.